You are sitting in a cheap leather chair in a car dealership. Across the desk, the finance guy slides a piece of paper towards you. He clicks his pen. He smiles. You look at the number. It's wrong. There's a $900 processing fee you never agreed to. There is a warranty charge you explicitly said you didn't. T1. Your brain starts screaming. Logic tells you to put the pen down. It tells you to stand up. It tells you to say, no, remove this, or I walk. But you don't. Instead, your throat gets tight. Your face feels hot. You look at the guy's smile, and a wave of panic hits you. You don't want to be difficult. You don't want to make things awkward. You don't want to kill the vibe. So, you betray yourself. You force a weak smile. You mutter, okay, and you sign your name. You walk out to the parking lot with your new keys, but you don't feel excitement. You feel a pit in your stomach. You feel small. You feel played. You tell yourself you paid that extra money to save time. But deep down, you know the truth. You didn't pay for convenience. You paid a tax. I call this the cowardice tax. Most of you are bleeding money, respect, and self-worth every single day. Not because you are stupid, but because you are too nice. You think avoiding conflict makes you a good person. It doesn't. It makes you a target. It makes you an NPC in your own life. Today, we are not talking about how to save $10 on a used sofa. That's boring. We are talking about why you freeze when it's time to ask for what you want. We are going to perform surgery on that nice guy instinct that is ruining your life. We are going to turn that fear of conflict into your deadliest weapon. Because if you can't say no to a salesman, you have no business trying to say yes to your dreams. Let's wake up. Let's look at the source code. Why are you like this? Why does a simple interaction with a mechanic or a boss make your heart race? You were programmed. From the moment you entered kindergarten, you were taught one rule. Don't make a scene. Sit still. Be polite. Share your toys. Don't talk back. Society loves nice people. Teachers love them. Parents love them. Corporations really love them. Why? Because nice people are easy to control. Nice people don't ask for raises. Nice people pay full price. You think you are being virtuous. You aren't. You are being domesticated. Here is a scenario you know too well. It's 4:30 p.m. on a Friday. You have plans. You are mentally checking out. Your boss walks over to your desk. He drops a file on your keyboard. Hey, I'm gonna need this done by Monday morning. Thanks, champ. He walks away. What happens inside you? You feel a spike of rage. You want to scream. You want to say, no, I have a life. You had all week to give me this. But what do you actually do? You say, sure thing, no problem. Then you go home, cancel your plans, order expensive DoorDash, and stew in your own resentment. You complain to your partner. You complain to your dog. But you didn't say a word to the only person who mattered. This is the illusion of harmony. You think you kept the peace. You didn't. You just moved the war. You took the conflict from the outside world and swallowed it. Now the war is happening inside your gut. When you refuse to negotiate, when you refuse to set a boundary, you are signaling to the world that you are prey. And trust me, the world has a very good sense of smell. It smells fear. Every time you say yes when you want to say no, you are training people to use you. You are teaching your boss, your landlord, and your friends that you are a doormat. And you know what people do with doormats. They wipe their feet on them. So, how do we break the programming? You can't read a book about it. You can't think your way into confidence. You have to feel it. Negotiation is not an intellectual exercise. It is a physical one. When you ask for a discount, or you tell someone, that doesn't work for me, your body reacts like it's being chased by a lion. Your palms sweat. Your voice shakes. Your brain floods with cortisol. That is your biology trying to save you from social rejection. Your job is to ignore that signal. I want you to treat negotiation like exposure therapy. Think of it like a cold shower. You don't do it because it feels good. You do it to shock your system. You do it to callous your mind. Let's take a low stakes example. Facebook Marketplace. You are selling an old coffee table. You listed it for $100. A guy shows up with a truck. He looks at the table, kicks the leg, and says, I'll give you $60. Your instinct is to fold. You just want him to take it. You don't want the awkwardness. You don't want him to leave. You want the tension to end. Most people say, okay, sure. Do that. Instead, I want you to look him in the eye. Pause for 3 full seconds and say, I can do $60. The price is $100. Then, and this is the most important part, shut your mouth. Do not explain. Do not apologize. Do not say, I paid a lot for it back in 2019. Just silence. The silence will burn. It will feel heavy. It will feel rude. Let it burn. In that silence, you are rewriting your nervous system. You are teaching your brain that conflict does not equal death. Maybe he walks away. Maybe he pays the $100. It doesn't matter. The money is irrelevant. If you can stand in that pocket of tension without fidgeting, without apologizing, and without folding, you win. You are building a callus. Today it's a coffee table. Tomorrow it's your salary. The day after that it's the terms of your marriage. But you have to start with the table. You have to hunt for the friction. Stop avoiding the heat. Walk into the fire. Once you stop fearing the heat, you start seeing the matrix code. You start seeing the lies. The biggest lie that keeps you poor, overworked, and stuck is a little psychological trick called future faking. This is the favorite weapon of every manipulator, every toxic partner, and every bad boss in history. Here is how it works. They trade you a fake future for your real present. You know this scene. You are sitting in your annual performance review. You killed it this year. You made the company money. You ask for a raise. Your boss leans back, sighs, and says, listen, budgets are tight right now. We can't do the raise today, but stick with us. Big things are coming in Q4. We LL. Take care of you then. You, Ria Rockstar. Translation. Work for free now, and I will pay you with hope later. And you buy it. You go back to your desk, feeling special, feeling like part of the future. Wake up. You just got scammed. In the world of negotiation, future promises are worth $0. If a guy tells you, I'll pay you back next week, but he won't sign a contract, he isn't going to pay you. If a partner says, I'll change, I promise, but they won, go to therapy today. They aren't going to change. Negotiation forces you to do something painful. Look at the reality right in front of you. Stop listening to their words. Look at the exchange. If you are giving 100% of your labor or 100% of your love and you are getting 0% back today, you are being robbed. Next time someone dangles a carrot in front of you, slap it away. Tell them, I appreciate the vision, but I can pay my rent with future potential. Let's talk about what we can do right now. Watch their face change. The mask will slip. You will see the anger. That's good. That means you stopped being a believer and started being a player. Now, let's talk about your relationships. There is a nasty little lie in modern culture that says, if I am easygoing, if I am low maintenance, people will love me. Wrong. If you are low maintenance, you are low value. Think about it. What do we value in this world? Diamonds, gold, limited edition sneakers. Why? Because they are hard to get. Because they are scarce. Now look at you. You are always available. You always say yes. You never disagree. You accept whatever scraps of attention people throw at you because you don't want to be difficult. You have made yourself common dirt. And then you wonder why people treat you like dirt. This is the paradox of respect. You teach people how to treat you. Every time you accept a lowball offer, every time you let a friend cancel on you last minute without saying a word, every time you let a partner speak to you with a tone you hate, you are training them. You are saying, it is okay to abuse me. I have no standards. Imagine your life is a nightclub. Right now, you have no bouncer at the door. Anyone can walk in. Homeless guys, thieves, people who spill drinks on your couch. Your club is a mess. Negotiation is simply hiring a bouncer. When you say, no, I can't do that, or that doesn't work for me, you are putting up a velvet rope. Suddenly, you aren't just some guy or some girl. You are someone with boundaries. Here is the dark truth about human nature. We only respect people who can say, yo, to us. If you can't walk away from a deal, you don't have a deal. You have a hostage situation. If you can't walk away from a relationship, you don't have a partnership. You have a dependency. Your yes means nothing if you don't have a loaded no behind your back. Start using it. The moment you draw a line in the sand, you will feel a shift. The people who are using you will get mad and leave. Let them go. They were parasites. But the people who stay, the people who look at your line and say, okay, I respect that. Those are the only people you want in your VIP section. Let's go deeper. Let's talk about the dark stuff. Most of you are terrified of your own anger. You are terrified of being seen as aggressive or mean, so you repress it. You smile when you are insulted. You apologize when someone bumps into you. You castrate yourself psychologically because you think being harmless makes you a good person. It doesn't. A rabbit is not virtuous because it doesn't eat the wolf. A rabbit is just a victim. It has no choice. To be truly virtuous, you must be a monster who chooses to be civilized. This is what Carl Jung called the shadow. If you want to win in life, if you want to negotiate for your freedom, you have to find your teeth again. I'm not telling you to scream at the barista. I'm not telling you to flip tables. That is weak. That is a toddler throwing a tantrum. I am talking about controlled aggression. When you look someone in the eye and say, "No, that is not going to happen," without blinking, without smiling, without trembling, you are tapping into your shadow. You are letting them see the sword in your sheath. You aren't swinging it. You aren't threatening them, but you are letting them know, I have a sword, and I know how to use it. That tiny hint of danger, that is what makes people respect you. It's the difference between a golden retriever and a wolf. People pet the retriever. They step back for the wolf. Stop trying to be the nice, safe, harmless puppy. The world has enough of those. Go into the basement of your mind. Find the part of you that is selfish. Find the part of you that is dangerous. Don't hide it. Harness it. Bring that energy to the table. Sit in it. You will be amazed at how quickly the world gets out of your way when it realizes you are no longer afraid to bite. So here is your choice. You can close this video and go back to sleep. You can go back to being the nice guy. You can keep smiling when you want to scream. You can keep paying the cowardice tax every single day until you are broke and bitter. The world loves that version of you. The world loves a sheep. Sheep are easy to shear. Sheep are easy to eat. Or you can wake up. Next time you feel that knot in your stomach, that panic right before you have to talk about money or boundaries or respect, do not run away. Lean into it. That fear is not a stop sign. It is a compass. It is telling you exactly where your freedom is hiding. Start small. Ask for the late fee to be waived. Tell the waiter you ordered the steak medium rare, not well done. Look at the price tag on a used car and laugh. It will feel weird. It will feel wrong. But then, something amazing will happen. You will see the other person blink. You will see the world adjust around you. Instead of you twisting yourself to fit the world, you are not negotiating for a discount. You are not negotiating for a salary. You are negotiating for your existence. You are telling the universe, I am here, I matter, and I am not moving until I get what I am worth. Stop asking for permission to exist. Stop apologizing for taking up space. It is your life. Negotiate for it.